So I stumbled upon this project on IGG called Robert. It's put together by BoogieBot. Um, so let me go over the creation of the artwork that I did for it. Um, so anyway, I started out with a rough sketch. I just rough something out real quick with a Sharpie. That's the rough sketch right there. Uh, and from there, I went ahead, scanned it in, and printed it out on a piece of lead 17 comic board. After doing that, I went through it and did all kinds of adjustments. Adjusted the head, filled in the gun. As you can tell, the rough was really, really skeletal. The what I use, during this process, what I use is I use really, really hard lead, like it's like a 4H lead, and then I'll go back with a really, really soft lead, which is a 4B lead. Now the 4B lead is very, very touchy because it smears very easily. So we're throwing in some detail, doing the main characters. I want to give it kind of a movie poster look. One of the things that attracted me to this project is it reminded me of the Iron Giant meets the old spaghetti westerns. And and everything I do is really detailed. So as you can see, putting in some detail, taking away detail, shadowing his poncho right there to go ahead and give it more of a presence in the artwork, making it more solid and round. I worked very quickly. I think this whole piece took maybe 3 hours, 2 hours, something like that. I think it took me longer to put together this video than it did to go ahead and do all of that. That template that I'm using right there, that blue circular thing, I got that at Walmart on a back to school special or some shit like that. And it's fucking invaluable. So anyway, my cityscapes, I usually go through this big process of using a 3-point perspective and all that kind of stuff to get it perfect. With this one, I just kind of roughed it out because I want to get the whole thing done very, very quickly. So putting in some windows, detail, shadowing, shit like that. I love the train. The train was another thing that attracted me to it because the whole atmosphere of the book had like this diesel punk type of feel to it. I wanted to also make a transition from the city to the desert. So what I did is I put a bridge going have the train going over a bridge to kind of bridge that gap. So there we go, put some more detail in that. Blah, 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 blah. Kind of made it look dirty. It's been used a lot. Some rough spots on it. There's the desert scape. Kind of a Mojave look. I love this book. Like, I really want you guys to back it. Like, they're literally like $1,500 away from getting this thing completely backed. They picked a shitty time of the year to go ahead and launch a campaign. For anybody who's wondering, this is the worst time of the year. Nobody's worried about comics. They're worried about Christmas. Another thing I love doing too is guns. Just drawing in general. So anyway, back to the piece. What I want to do too is I want to give it a have those death dealer birds in the background, the vultures. Now when I'm doing cleanup, I got to be really, really careful not to put too much pressure on the paper that I'm using to block my hand off of, because that could smear it. Now that is P.H. Martin's Draftman's white. It's a non-bleed white, but it's also water-based. And it's the only thing I trust to go ahead and use in my work. Because it doesn't matter what you put that over, it's not going to bleed through. Even if you put it over watercolors, like the watercolor will not bleed through. And I don't know how they did it, because it's a water-based white. So, all right, here's the comparison with the finished piece and rough sketch. And you can see like all the adjustments I did on the fly. that's pretty much it. Please back this, and talk to you guys later. Also, back Salem. Salem's the shit.